mentioned that they were going. We have the Cobra Racing later on tonight. Interesting. I am the GC Sports CEO.
Hey, Daddy.
If they're able to talk about Brinkhoff and Tiller. All right, so this is going to be pretty good, pretty interesting, right? To go up to the Cup Series that night, but this time it's not the same track. So you have it into the Cup Series tonight. As again, Martinsville's a tough track.
But yeah, I guess they're going to have a choice if they're going to want to do that this week or hold off for a couple, because they do have up to 2 weeks, 3 weeks to use up that invitation. So, but for sure.
Last week's All-Star race winner for the Cup Series, but he's winning the race, or he's leading this race so far early in stages as we're on lap number 2, followed by Mike G and Monster Racing rounding out your top 3. Those are your podium cars. Then, of course, we start getting into the custom paint scheme cars. I think that's Chewy sitting in 4th in the 77 and Ty Racing in the 90, battling for top 5 positions out there on YouTube. Ben Cake tuning in. You'll hear his voice later, a little later on for the Cup Series, as he'll be in the booth for the Cup Series broadcast. But so far, so good. This is a hard track for these guys. It looks like these guys may have actually put in some practice times. There's a seam that's really easy to hit on restarts, and I haven't seen anybody hitting it, but right now the battle for 4th is intense.
Yeah, I can see that, Teddy. They're really fanned out a little bit there from 4th on back there. A little bit of hard driving as these top 3 cars I see looks like they're putting a little bit of gap on that second pack.
Yeah, you know, as long as the second pack is racing real hard, that front pack should be able to get a little bit of gap. But even there, I'm seeing Monster Racing, he's starting to fall off compared to Drunkfest and Mike G. Mike G all over the rear end of that number 99 of Drunkfest. These guys, 2 of the Cup Series regulars. Monster Racing also a Cup Series regular now after being signed with Tegrity, sorry. Right, but Mike G and Drunkfest, week in, week out, these guys are top 5 finishers over on the Cup side. So behind the 99, and that little bit of side-by-side action that those guys had just allowed that 22 of Monster Racing to catch right back up, is now they're all within just a 10th or 2 of each other. Monster Racing dives down to the bottom. He's going to try to make a move on Mike G for second place. They roll into turns 1 and 2. Drunkfest holding the lead, holding the draft of whichever driver he wants to help out. Right now, Monster Racing has the advantage, but the run on the exit will go to the 21 of Mike G as he's able to hold off Monster Racing there on the backstretch. Rolling in through 3 and 4, these guys are going to single back out, and Monster Racing again entering the front stretch is going to look to the inside. I don't know if he's just a little loose or what, but he is a slider. This is a slider series, and no pit stops yet because there's been no caution, so it's going to take a minute for these guys to be able to actually adjust the car. So you're running on a stock slider right now, and if you pick too high and this stays green, you're going to really be struggling later on.
Yeah, for sure, Teddy. I mean, like I said, I was just kind of looking through the, not to talk a little different off of the race, but I was just kind of looking at the field here, and I just wanted to make a quick comment. You know, playoffs start tonight for these guys, and the top 8 guys are in the playoffs here for Cobra, and I can notice that we still got a pretty good field. And you know, I just want to give these guys a shout out. You know, sometimes your numbers, your car counts start getting down there a little bit once the playoffs start, because guys really don't have nothing to look for. But the way I'm looking here, it looks like there's 12, maybe 15 cars out there yet. So, you know, shout out to these guys still show up and still want to race and still want to compete.
Yeah, I ran through the field real quick while you were saying that. Actually gave a little, everybody could see the names on the bottom left hand of your screen as it does say now viewing, and then I went through all drivers. There's 16 cars on track right now, all 16 still in the race, 0 cars on pit road. So definitely good to see. As the top 4 now, awesome. Another one of the Cup drivers that's been brought up is he's now in front of these guys. But interesting fact already happening here. The race leader, Drunkfest, Monster Racing, Mike G, those guys side by side for second. But they're starting to catch up to lap traffic. The 61 of Funky Town is already in danger of going a lap down here early in stage number 1 for the Xfinity series. But looks like he's got a lot of front end damage on that number 61 machine too. So I don't know if he's just staying out hoping for a caution, or maybe the car's not that bad off. Either way, something definitely happened. That 61 Toyota is Drunkfest now to the inside of him on the backstretch to put him 1 lap down.
Yeah, he got gobbled up there pretty quick there by that group of cars. So yeah, I don't know if something happened early in the race. He let loose, spun out, or if there was an incident on the track. But yeah, he's definitely struggling out there right now with his car.
I'm trying to find GTR Beatty here in this 38. He's made pretty good moves. He's running in what would be the 5th place position. Now, mind you, for the Cup Series drivers that are running out there, so you have the top 4 now, top 5 are all Cup Series drivers as well, but they have the opportunity to be able to run in the Xfinity Series. Now, so the viewers at home understand exactly how this goes. If you were drafted from the Xfinity Series, you get to stay in the Xfinity Series and race for points all season long, so that doesn't take away your hopes at a championship, right? With that said, you also have the Cup Series drivers that are racing for points in the Cup only, that they're allowed to race down here to guarantee that they have an opportunity to race at least one time a night, as if you're outside the top 16 in points, you have to qualify your way in. And Chase Beatty, he is one of those drivers trying to do that. Now, to beat the qualify your way in, if you could go up and win this race, you know, we talked about maybe these guys won't take that victory tonight as their lock-in for the Cup Series. Well, if you're one of the Cup Series regulars, you're definitely going to use this as your lock-in. As up front now, we have a battle for the race lead as Monster Racing going to the outside of the number 99 of Drunkfest. Mike G in tow with Drunkfest and Awesome. Now we have a 4-car battle all under a blanket up front as they go through turn number 2. Monster Racing still on the outside, but it looks like he's starting to get a little loose.
Right, you know, like you're saying, you know, you're referencing Chase Beatty a little bit there about that. You know, for sure, these guys are running, you know, even though they're not racing the same track, you know, man, I mean, if I was a guy like in Chase's spot, you know, hey, I could win this race and lock myself in. Hey, I'm going to do what I can to grab the wheels off this thing tonight to get that. And I think we say that. Did he not just spin out?
That was the 16 that spun out.
16 is Colleague fan.
Playoff driver too.
Colleague fan's playoff driver?
Yep.
Let me pull up on the Discord. The Cobra Racing Discord, just in case you guys are ever wondering, they take fans, they take all sorts of breeds down there. So if you guys are interested in being a part of the Cobra Racing League, reach out to Old Man Butters. He is the CEO. You can get a hold of me if you want to reach in the Cobra Racing League. Also, we have a Discord link that we could send to you guys so that you guys could just be a part of the community, even if you're ineligible to be able to race on Fridays.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, anybody's out here watching it tonight, new to the streams or the league or part of GC Sports subscription. Yeah, anybody out there new looking, just reach out to me or any one of the admins. But Taddy, I think Taddy's a good key too. If you know him, he can pass it on or get in contact. But I'm sure anybody out there looking to start next year wants to get in the league. For sure, we're always looking to add guys. We're always going to have a place for you.
So,
Next year's coming quick.
Yeah, going to do a quick rundown of your playoff drivers. You have Drunkfest. You're seeing him right here in the 99. Mike G sitting second. That's the 21. So not only are they P1 and P2 in this race, they're also P1 and P2 in the points. P3 is Monster Racing, who's currently sitting in 4th in this race. And P4 is Awesome, who's currently sitting in P3. So the top 4 drivers, you're seeing why they're the top 4 drivers in the playoffs. This is why they've had a dominant performance. Of course, Blakey T did as well. Going to try to find Colleague fan so you can see him. This 16 machine of Colleague fan, he enters the playoffs in 4th. Now, I'm seeing a black line here. Butters, is only top 4 drivers make it after this, or is this per round, right? So they get like a whole round to be advanced in the top 4?
They got a whole round to be, yep.
Okay, then we have Bad Guy in the number 10. He's a playoff driver. You see him racing right there with the number 51 of Old Guy. That's another playoff driver. And then Brinkerhoff, one of our in-race reporters. Those are your 8 playoff drivers, hopefuls, here as they enter Iowa. This is a pretty tough track to make and break your season entering the playoffs.
Yeah, right. I mean, it's not the easiest track to start out a playoff run on, but you know, we want to make it the most challenging we could when we come up with this playoff schedule. But I'm kind of looking here, trying to figure out when our cutoff is for when we go down from 4 to 8. I just want to be able to clarify that.
Wait, hold on. Say that one more time.
I'm just verifying there when we go from 8 to 4 in the playoffs.
Okay, and is this like Cup where Final 4 is best finisher basically of the final race? Is the
Right. It's set up exactly the way the Cup is.
Okay. Cup just has, well, they only have 8 drivers too, so yeah, it's dead on the exact same. I like it. In-race reporters, when you get an opportunity, could you let me know the lap count remaining here in stage number 1?
coming to
They're
four to
fixing
go.
to take the 4 to go.
Boy, that was a good time to ask. Staying with your leaders right now, Drunk Fest in the 99. We'll give you the, let's do the overhead cam here for the last few laps. We're going to see the battle as they have 4 laps remaining here. Mike G looking to the outside. He should get a little bit of a run off, but 99 is actually going to get great exit speed as they exit turn number 2. Yeah, I don't like this camera for right now. Not happening. All right, 3 laps to go here for Drunk Fest. Mike G, keep in mind, not only is this race implications here in stage number 1, but this is also championship implications as the 99 is holding off the 21 of Mike G right now, who they have gapped now the 36 of Awesome as well as the 22 of Monster Racing. But keep in mind, again, pit stops have yet to happen for these guys. Nobody has made adjustments, so this is straight slider setups coming to 2 to go. Drunk Fest is your leader. He's running the bottom line, trying to keep the draft off of the front end of that number 21 machine of Mike G.
Yeah, so I was just taking a look here at the schedule here. They're coming up there just to let everybody know in the playoffs. So this is the start of a 3-week playoff run here for this round of 8. So like I said, tonight we're at Iowa, and then next week we'll be hitting a road course at Canadian Tire. Then March 25th we're going to be at Michigan. After that round, the field's going to go from 8 to 4, and then our championship night's going to be April 1st at Charlotte. So them top 4 guys will have a 1-race shootout for your xfinity champion.
Final lap here as they go through turns 3 and 4. Drunk Fest has nobody really to deal with. He's got a lap traffic car in front of him. Looks like he's going to get out of the way. Drunk Fest will be your stage 1 race winner with Mike G in 2nd. Awesome in 3rd. Chase Beatty passes Monster Racing, is going to round out, get 4th, while Monster Racing ends up 5th. So good comeback there from them. I believe that's Tiller in 6th, Ty Racing in 7th, Old Guy in 8th, Bad Guy in 9th. And good luck to anybody trying to figure out 10th.
10th was Warpig.
10th was Warpig. Did I get the rest of that right?
I believe so, yeah.
All right. Chewy said he's sorry, Brink. He got loose or something. He said that it was 100% intentional, but he is going to blame that it got loose.
Yeah.
I was playing. All right. Going to go to you, Taylor. You've been pretty quiet. So how's the car feeling? How's car handling? You come up to 6th place. So you got a pretty good run going. I don't know where you started, so to say, but 6th place finish. You can't be disappointed with that after stage number 1.
Absolutely not. I started 13th, so I just stayed really patient right there and tried to keep the car under me.
So lack of talent in qualifying, good race setup. Brinkerhoff, I'll get to you here whenever you guys single out, but I don't really want you talking while you're on a restart. That might mess with you a little bit. Up front, Old Guy forgot to pit. He pulls out, off and out of the way. That's the big issue. If he's out of fuel, yeah, that's what I was going to say. That's a big issue. If he's out of fuel, that's going to play even worse problems than what it would if he's just pulling out of the way. Now, if it's me, even with old tires, I probably would have tried to go up to speed, come to pit road the next lap, being a playoff driver. If I was out of the playoffs, I would have done what he just did. But yeah, that's huge right there for Old Guy, trying to make the Final Four here as they get ready to go to the final race of the season. But I'm seeing lag.
Yeah, I'm not seeing anything on my screen, Caddy, but if that's what I don't know what the in-race reporters are reporting there, if they can see.
I haven't seen any lag.
Okay, could have just been me, but I seen the 21 rubber band about 1 time, 2 times there real quick. May not, it should be on the stream, I don't know, but anyways, doesn't matter. It didn't seem to bother anybody. Chase Beatty going high as all can be. He's running the Kyle Larson line here through turns 1 and 2. He's trying to make a move on Awesome as he and Tiller are side by side for position number 4. As Drunk Fest, Mike G, and Awesome are trying to carry on their way. I got Chase Beatty going to the inside of the number 36 right now, and actually I think that it's just me lagging because I was seeing some lag out of the 36 and the 38 both together right there.
It looks like that 51 Old Guy has went down pit road now, so he's either went down or he's just coming out. I just caught it on the screen. He's coming out, so.
Yeah, good racing all the way through this pack. This top 5, they're starting to break away. Driver we're not seeing in the top 5 right now, a little bit further back. He's now fallen to 8th place at number 22 of Monster Racing, top 4 in the points, but he's now behind both Bad Guy and Colleague Fan having those stage 1 issues. Hey, I'm going to give this a couple more laps, but if this lag doesn't go away, then I'm going to exit the stream. Not the stream, but the race, and then accept another invite. I believe Chase.
Yep, we got a wreck down on the. We got number 17 break. Looks like Chase Beatty spins. You know,
I'm seeing Chewy on pit road,
I'm starting
not
to see
moving.
some jumping around here, so I don't know if it's a server thing. I'm starting to see it on my end though.
Okay.
Chase hit the apron and spun up in front of the field, and that guy hit him and took out everybody behind him.
Just so viewers at home know, that is Chase Beatty sitting. That's not Chase Beatty. That's Chewy sitting on pit road, motionless car. That says to me position number 16 is guaranteed to that number 77 machine of Chewy, as we only have 15 drivers remaining in the race.
Yeah, he lagged out in front of me in stage 1.
Oh. Well, that's an unfortunate tale of events there. Battle for first is still heating up, though, as Drunkfest and Mike G. Mike G now dives to the inside of that number 99 machine of Drunkfest. He's going to try to clear him as they come off turn 2. Looks like he's getting a little tight. Had to lift. 99 with the run from the high side is going to be able to hold him off, but good battling so far from these two drivers. And I expect, honestly, Butters, I expect to see this battling all night long between these two drivers. And really, I wouldn't be shocked to see Awesome up there duking it out with them side-by-side, 3-wide action even. Good talk, Butters.
Sorry about that. I got a little sidetracked. I had a daughter calling me. Sorry about that.
Well, how many of those you got? Like 12, 13? You said daughter. Yeah. I was just messing with you.
Yeah.
I figured once you get to the 98 years old, the older man generation, they used to have 14, 15 kids at a time. So just checking on you.
Right. For sure. For sure. Yeah, I've probably forgotten a few over the years.
Awesome's not losing touch with these leaders. Draft doesn't play a huge effect, should be setting a faster lap than Awesome is, but I really like this paint scheme also of that 36 machine. He's had a few incidents where he's lagged out of races and stuff like that, but other than that, I mean, he's a consistent top 3 to top 5 finisher week in, week out, and honestly, the 21 and the 99, they keep racing, and I expect Awesome to be able to make a move because he's notorious for, as people are battling side by side in front of them, they tend to drift up a little earlier on exit, trying to side draft each other, and Awesome doesn't do that. He waits for that to happen in front of him, and then he pinches his nose below both of them and makes it 3-wide action all the time. Makes a lot of moves that way.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, he has been a strong car all season in that Xfinity class. You know, he missed a couple of weeks here recently, and I don't think he's really had a chance to show his talent yet up in the Cup. You know, he got signed about a month ago, and I know he's missed a couple of races, but yeah, he's a very talented driver.
Yeah, he got signed 3 weeks ago. Has had 2 points races that he was unable to make because of whatever, and then the All-Star race last week, which he was a part of, but he did not make any of the point races since he's been a part. Battle for fourth is heating up here as we have Monster Racing Colleague Fan having the issues in stage number 1, fighting back pretty good, running in position number 4, now 5, as Monster Racing just got by him. Trying to watch this battle, and I have no idea where the 22 car is because of the lag that's going on my end. Are you Tiller Brinkhoff, are you guys still seeing no lag on your end?
Yeah, no lag from here.
Alright, this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to disconnect, and I have multiple invites, so I'm going to accept one of the other invites. I know that it's not a good broadcast if the viewers at home are seeing cars going all over the place, so pardon me while we back out, and we'll get right back to your racing action as soon as possible. I'm going to get back to the loading screen here. I'll blue screen for just a second. I'll accept the invite. And Brinkhoff, are you in side-by-side action, or you got a second to talk? Sorry, I had a blue screen there for a second. Well, that doesn't sound fun. Brinkhoff said he's in the back because he got wrecked. Other than the wreck that you were involved in, apparently, how's the car feeling? Do you feel like you got a shot at a top 10 and maybe advancement in the playoffs there?
I mean, I actually do. I was moving up through the field, and then when the incident occurred, I just kind of tried to help hold my line, and somebody else couldn't hold theirs, and now I see a lot of guys in front of me after we pit. They're already loose, and I'm going to pass them. But, yeah, I feel good. I'm just working the throttle, keeping it underneath me, and then hitting low 24s right now. I want to break 24 seconds, but I'm still in the low 24 range.
Is that a good laptop? I feel like 23.
Run, yeah.
I was gonna say, yeah. I feel like 23.9, 24 flats usually pretty good. So low is pretty good. Up front, Sorry guys, had to step away, don't know what happened. Looks like Mike G has taken the race lead. Drunk Fest and Awesome are now battling side by side as they go through turns 1 and 2. This is for position number 2. Out of everything that I've seen with Drunk Fest, I really like him. He's a fast, consistent driver, but there have been races throughout this season that I've seen on the Xfinity side. Don't really pay attention to him a whole lot in the Cup side, but on the Xfinity side for sure, he always seems to be one of the fastest cars out there. And then there's that one mistake per stage that makes him seem like he's battling from behind frequently. But he's got the speed to battle from behind, so no worries right now for that number 99 of Drunk Fest. Is the 36 of Awesome sitting right there pushing them as they're working together to catch Mike G. Monster Racing solidly in 4th place in front of Colleague Fan, but the battle behind them, 4 cars battling as we have Chase Beatty, Old Guy, Tiller, and Warpig in the number 20.
Both of those are a lap down with fresh tires. 2 of them anyway. I don't know about Warpig.
I know the 51's a lap down because he's the one that had to pull off. I don't think he's got fresh tires though, because he pulled off early in this run, like lap 1, lap 2, right? So he's probably a lap or 2 older tires. Chase probably had to pick because he had a lot of damage earlier, but I'm expecting Warpig.
Chase is still 7th.
Chase is on the lead lap. It's Warpig that's lap down? Okay.
Nope,
Now,
Warpig is in 8th. So the 51's the only one a lap down.
so your original statement was wrong. Okay. A horrible
Correct.
in-race reporter from Tiller, leading us the wrong way. But Tiller, Old Guy, Tiller, Chase Beatty, and Warpig here battling for position. Sauce, we've been live actually for a hot minute. Sorry, man. Had to correct and go to the blue screen for just a second to take a different invite as the lobby got real laggy for the broadcast end. So we're back though, watching the action, and these cars look way better now that I've joined them than they did before. Most of them looked like they had a lot of damage, and now I don't see it on my screen. Here's Brinkoff running in the back. He talked about how he was involved in the wreck, not seeing damage on that number 17 Colleague Fan. He's a top 5 driver right now as he's running in the 5th place. Nick Jackson. Haven't talked a lot about him. Haven't seen a lot about him, but that's a nice looking paint scheme.
Yeah, I don't have a lot of damage. Just got spawned.
I gotcha. Butters, over to you. I'm seeing this 60 car. It's a nice looking paint scheme, and I don't know if you believe this as well, but I'm really hoping that 1997 is not his birth year.
Man, if it is, I'm really feeling old. So,
I mean, like,
yeah,
right? Like, you got to think people that were born in 2000 now are legal to drink. So I wouldn't be shocked if 1997 is his birth year. But I see that number and I'm like, wow.
Yeah, like I said, that just puts me out a few decades there out on the
centuries. You can just admit it. Centuries.
So what do you do, right? I mean.
You just keep living life to the fullest, oxygen
right.
tank or not.
I don't think I'm, I get a lot of flack here about being one of the older guys here, but I do believe, I do believe one of the guys that's actually racing here, the old guy, I think he does have me.
Well, yeah, he's 112, right? You're only 98. So,
I mean, we both rode horseback to school, so. Yeah, that was. I think he's got me by a little bit. So I might be old man Butters, but he is officially the old guy. So.
Yeah, but nothing really counts with him, right? Like, he's a Minnesota Vikings fan, so he's been off his whole life. Carrying on, battle for the lead is intensified. Drunk Fest has been able to catch the 21 of Mike G. Now this is interesting. Oh, and so coming off turn 4 for the final lap, Mike. Oh, that was the back stretch. Sorry. No, that was front stretch. Okay, so Mike G gets race win, stage win, Drunk Fest in P2, Awesome P3, Monster P4, Colleague Fan in 4th. Then Tiller, Chase Beatty, and Warpig, that's 8th. Maybe Nick Jackson and...
Bad guy.
Okay, so Nick Jackson, bad guy, that's 9th and 10th?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Whoa, man, I'm getting good at this.
So does anybody know, like, a quick question on the 77 there? I see he's on pit road.
Yeah, he lagged out in stage number 1.
He did, okay.
Yeah. Guys, I don't know what's going on out here, but I'm not seeing a whole lot going on the YouTube. Got Saucy, got Denkate, that's about it. Last week for the All-Star race, we hit an amazing number for this Cobra Racing series. It's the largest viewer count that I've seen throughout the week so far for Cobra Racing. We had 109 views for the All-Star race last week. So congratulations to both Cobra and...
Oh my God.
That's not good.
He did not hit.
All right, we got a new race leader then.
Not for long.
Brinkerhoff.
We only have 12 cars on the lead lap.
I got to tell you, what would be huge about this is if you got a point per lap led. Brinkerhoff would have gotten one. But you don't, and he's in trouble. All you can hope for now is a caution early here in stage number 3, as I'm expecting at least one green flag pit stop here in stage number 3.
Correct.
Really got to get to our leaders here. 99 at Drunk Fest. We're going to do the back view here. Actually, let's do the hood cam as they're getting roof cam as they're getting ready to go 3 wide. Awesome to the inside. Drunk Fest in the middle. Mike G all the way to the outside. Here comes Colleague Fan. Colleague Fan now pushing the issue to keep it 3 wide. On the exit of the corner, Mike G is going to have a run on the outside. Drunk Fest nowhere to go, but he's going to try to split the gap again. Side by side, still for the lead between the 21 and the 36. Contact. 16 gets into the back of the 99. The 38 gets into the back of the 16. 5 cars under a blanket. Lap 2 of stage number 3. We talk about it every week. Week after week after week, Butters. We talk about great racing throughout a whole entire race. And then you get to the last few laps and everybody just wants to push the issue and more
on the back stretch.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, it's been the calling card all season. We're still hoping. Like right now, I mean, they're still doing okay. But yeah, let's just hope the patience stay in there. But yeah, like I said, it's week in and week out.
I gotta tell you, I'm a little concerned. I'm a little concerned, right? So we've seen the contact with the 16 and the 38. These are top 5 drivers, have been all night long so far, right? But the 16 gets into the back of the 99. 99 could have damage, 16 could have damage, 38 gets into the 16. All 3 of those cars could have damage. It doesn't seem to be affecting the 99 right now. However, if you have rear end damage as the car starts getting looser at the end of the run, it's going to be 10 times worse if you have rear end damage. It won't bother you a whole lot right now to have a yellow bumper, but if you're dealing with it 10, 15 laps from now, we may see issues out of that 99 machine. So going to have to keep our eyes on it, as he has worked his way back up to our race leader of awesome. And Brinkoff, I believe he's pit already. But he's about to go a lap down here.
I'm about to go 2 down. I'm already a lap down.
So you did pit though, yeah?
I did pit.
Alright, roger that. I did not see the accident that whatever accident Tiller was talking about. I didn't see anybody bottling up. They must have all saved it. Battling up front right now is still pretty good. Again, slight concerns of damage on 3 of these machines that are in the top 5. But, 36, he catches the wall entering turn number 1. Chase Beatty still running that top side. I like what he's doing up there, to be honest with you, Butters, right? You can't make up ground if you're running at the same spot all the other cars are.
Yeah, and I mean, he's up there trying to run that high line for the most part. Now he dropped down in that turn there. But, you think if he could stay up that high side, keep her sailing, maybe they're keeping a little bit of tire wear. He's saving a little bit of tire wear. Maybe, he's keeping that momentum.
Now, so I got to tell you, right, so I'm more of a custom setup driver myself, right? And I've raced against some of the absolute best in the game as far as the custom setup side. That doesn't mean anything against the slider side. I'm just saying for facts right here that on the custom side, I see a lot of drivers utilize the outside lane in 1 and 2 and the inside lane in 3 and 4. And it does exactly what it does exactly what you said, and it saves your tires and equipment for later in the run. You don't seem to be so burnt out compared to the people that were all the way at the bottom. And yeah, three cars under a blanket up here for the race lead is awesome on the outside. Mike G following the 99. But Butters, you've run Iowa. Do you like running that outside at all, or are you a kind of a bottom feeder here at this track?
I like running that higher side. I mean, I've always been trying to make my car work.
Oh, Tiller. Something happened to Tiller. Sorry, not trying to cut you off.
Oh, you're good. You're good.
Yeah, I got too high and hit the tap the wall. I saved it too.
All right, back to you, Butters.
No, so like I said, one of the first things I always try to when I'm racing is I try to go where some guys are making it work. If I see a couple guys up top, I'll go try to run that for a few laps, see if I can gain any ground. It's just what sets is it just to run like a freight train along a yellow stripe on the bottom. So, yeah, I like to explore a little bit when I'm actually racing.
Yeah, I mean, the fact of racing, and a lot of people say this, right? They always say, it may be easy to catch the guy in front of you, but catching the guy and passing the guy are two different things, right? And here's why. If you run the exact same line as the car in front of you, that's great. You may be running it faster than they are, but when you get to them, they own your preferred lane. You have to find a way around them. They don't have to give you the spot if it's for position. You have to find a way around them. And so we see a couple of these drivers now running the outside lane in turns 1 and 2, and if the guy you're passing is on the bottom, you have a preferred lane, you know. And so I really like that concept of go where they're not. Sometimes it costs you. Last week at Texas in the All-Star race, I was running the outside lane because the next 10 cars in line were all on the bottom, so I was running the outside. Somebody decided to drift up a little, made it 3 wide. I ended up in the wall. That's a risk you take, but you got kind of got to figure risk versus reward. For me, that reward was no bueno, but the risk was there.
Right. I mean, like you said, you know, I mean, you can catch, like, going back to catching a guy, Caddy, and you catch him, and, you know, it's like, okay, he's hitting the same marks you are, so, I mean, yeah, what are you going to do, just follow him? So, yeah, you know, try to find that extra, or that other groove, and like you see, like, Beatty, it looks like he works that high side in, what was that, 1 and 2, and then 3 and 4, he drops down to the bottom, so, but yeah, I mean, to be successful at this game or at a race, you know, you got to be a line hunter, I should say. You got to be constantly moving around, I believe, to see where the other guys aren't and where you can make them.
Yeah, and you actually, so you said in this game that's what makes you successful, and I'm going to kind of reiterate on that I don't think that's in this game. Anybody that knows racing, you have to be a line hunter. That's physics of racing. You can't pass cars in front of you, right? Like they're not ghosted cars in real life. You got to find a lane that's going to work for you, that you may be able to make up some time. You may use their draft to get to them, but you have to find a way around them without just smashing into them and moving them, you know. As we're seeing Monster Racing, he's battling hard with Chase down here on the bottom, but that outside lane really gets a good runoff. And as I said, I've seen it happen more with custom cars where they run this line, the outside lane in 1 and 2 and the inside in 3 and 4, but Chase really has that, he's really got it working for him, and second to none. Not only is it working for him to stay in front of the 22 car, but the 22 and the 38 are catching that 36 of Awesome, and that's for position number 3, as Chase is running in position number 4 right now. So great run by these guys. We know Drunkfest is in the lead. We know Mike G is in second. I'm trying to watch a little bit more of the battling here throughout the race. We're seeing Ty Racing leading this, looks like third pack really, with Funky Town. I believe him to be a lap down. Tiller is right there. We have Nick Jackson and Warpig. As Funky Town gets loose on the edge of the 4 and goes into the grass.
Yeah, Ty Racing is also a lap down.
All right, 38 and 22 make contact as they're trying to find a way around Brinkerhoff here. Brinkhoff is on the top lane, taking the lane away from Chase Beatty, so he's going to have to run the middle groove. He's going to use the top still. Monster's going to get the run. Chase is going to drop even lower than Monster. Colleague fan now, he's dropping way drastically to the bottom. This is going to hurt Chase, but I really think that outside lane will prevail. These guys have been racing pretty good here in that 22 and the 38. That I don't think this is going to affect them too bad.
No, I was just looking back here. I'm looking at this 99 car. You know, we talked about maybe him having some rear end damage or right away at the beginning of stage 2. And, I noticed he's been having a real strong car, and he's been kind of pulling on that 21 car. But I've also been watching him here the last couple laps. It looks like he's starting to have to chase that rear end a little bit of that car out of the corner. So I don't know if that damages, if he does have damage, if that's something that's starting to play a factor here now. But it still looks like he's trying to still holding off the 21 car fairly decent.
Yeah, that's something I was talking about, right? So the 99 earlier in the race, I didn't see the same issue. I actually just seen it also myself on the exit of turn 2. You can kind of see he gets a little loose, and then his nose actually ends up pointing towards the wall, but it's like a loose, tight exit. So the car's reacting loose. I don't know if there's damage. There may not be. It may be the setup that he put in the car. But this is not something that I've seen him dealing with earlier, and I don't see the 21 actually falling off. I see the gap between these two cars staying about the same for position 1 and 2.
Yeah, same here, Teddy. Like I said, but I do notice those two though putting a little bit of gap on that third car. As
Brinkerhoff is going the wrong direction on track right now, and I'm assuming you were ghosted because all those cars just went through you.
I'm invisible.
All right.
Really racing really now.
Probably not the right time to ask, but can I get a lap count from one of the in-race reporters?
39 to go.
39 laps to go. That sounds like a pretty good time for the Giga to get loud. What do you think about that there, Butters?
Yeah, let's go. Let's shoot for it.
That is a tongue twister. Definitely going to have to think of a better name for that. Going to try to find our race leader, and when he crosses the line this next lap, right, we'll give you one more lap. Then we'll hop on with your race leader, and we'll do the giggity get loud.
Yeah.
Oh, he's getting really loose. That 99 getting really loose there on the exit. As they're coming through 3 and 4, turn up your TVs, as I'll be doing the same, as we're going to hear how these guys run the throttle. As that's going to do it for the Giggity Get Loud. We kind of went through and let each driver be seen there for a few seconds on and off the throttle. I really like that section, man. I love hearing other people on and off the gas.
Yeah, it just shows, you know, different driving styles out there, you know, Teddy. That one guy just, yeah, like basically, I think it's cool to watch how guys different enter corners, exit corners. It just shows how much different these guys will work a throttle.
Yeah, while we were doing that, though, I'm noticing up front that 21 of Mike G, I definitely believe that gap to be closing in. That 21 car is running much faster. The 99 seems to be a lot looser than what he was before. Again, I don't know if there's damage. I'm not visually seeing any. I just seen the contact prior early in the stage, right? But the 21's closing in quick, and the 99 seems the handling on that machine on the long run is not nearly what it was before. However, this is also probably the longest green flag run these guys have had so far tonight.
Correct.
So yeah, it's got to be coming up to, we should be having green flag pit stops here.
Yeah, I'm going to assume 8 to 10 laps from now we're probably going to have a pit stop, and that's without looking at a stream. Am I pretty accurate there, Tiller?
Shorter than that.
Or right now, because Drunkfest is peeling off on the backstretch right now. If I'm the 21, I might have thought about also peeling off. If you're running the same pace, if the 99 pits now and you stay on track, you're going to have the older tires. He's going to make up a lot of ground and stretch that lead. However, if you can wait 2 or 3 laps, you'll have the fresh stuff at the end of the run. So it's kind of to each their own on preference here. But when the leader pits, if I was 21, you almost got to pit with him almost immediately. But it looks like he's still staying out.
Yeah,
I'm
it looks
assuming
like the whole field stayed out except for the 99 and
21 on pit road now, the very next lap. Same with the 36. Exactly like I said, Monster Racing, Chase Beatty, those are the first 2 to stay out under this green flag run. Are we about 20 laps to go or so?
35 remaining on my screen. I'm 5 down, so 30 to go.
Oof.
30 to go.
Rough night for Brinkerhoff. Luckily, though, he has pit, and although he's 5 laps down, he should get 1 or 2 of them back here under this cycle. One of them almost the hard way. And 22 and 38 on pit road.
Funky Town's fun, and he like slowed way down in front of me, even though I was out of the gas.
Yeah, it looked like he was trying to pit, but he didn't signal that he was going to pit and just outright missed it.
Yeah, but he was in the middle of the track. He wasn't down low or anything.
Oh yeah, I'd seen it. It's on stream. Only cars on track. I'm seeing Crazy Bader, Drunkfest back on track. The 21 coming off pit road right now, so the 99 is going to take the lead back over. I'm assuming these 2 to be your race leader already. One of you guys will have to verify that when you have the opportunity to.
Monster's listed as the leader right now.
Oh yeah, he's on pit road, right, because he pit a lap after Mike G, but that should have just given it to the 99 right there.
Yep.
All right, cool. I know what I'm talking about up here every once in a while. Butters.
yeah, every once in a while.
No, I was going to go with you still with us, like you went a little silent there for a second.
Nope. I'm just paging through the field, just trying to see if I catch any of this action anywhere else on the track. as we cycle through green flag, pit stops.
We should be, it looks like the battle right now is going to be for third between Monster and Awesome. What's interesting about that, Awesome pit a lap before the 22 car. 22 car already side by side with the 36. So this should be the battle for third, and the 22 has the fresher of the tires. But right behind them, the 16 and the 38 pit an extra lap later. So they're going to have the freshest tires of the four. Going to ride here along with the battle for third for a few laps. We'll kind of keep checking in and out with the race leaders. But right now it looks pretty well in hand for those two drivers. The battle is for third, but again, about 26 laps to go, 27 laps to go. And we'll be watching that battle for the lead as it is heating up. That 21 car is still catching the 99 right now.
Yeah, he is. I see he is closing the gap. I don't know what the time interval would be between the two, but yeah, as we go through here, as we turn laps, yeah, you can definitely see that gap getting a little smaller there between the 99 and the 20.
Well, and keep in mind, right, so the 21 has, even though it's only one lap, that seems so crazy to say this over and over, week after week, as we see Warpig and Tiller. These guys are teammates on Monday in Fueled Up Racing League. These guys are racing side by side for position. But we say it all the time, week after week. One lap in tires means a world of difference on track. The car that pits first is going to have that advantage, almost a second difference on track when they come out. But the car that has the newer tires after the pit stops is going to be making up about a tenth per lap, because the fall off is ridiculous at tracks like Iowa. You're going to hit, you know, what were you guys saying, 24 flats? So these guys are probably hitting 23 sevens, 23 eights out the gate for about 4 or 5 laps, and then you, boom, right into 24 flats. You know, like it's a big fall off. Well, for those 3-4 laps, that 21 car is going to be running 2-3 tenths quicker than the 99 and making it up really easy.
Yeah, and you know, right now that 21 is there. Now the question is, Ted,
he's going to the inside now.
Is the 99 possibly just kind of laying low because he has, you know, that little older tire? Is he going to try forcing Mike G to burn his stuff up here to try to get around him?
Yeah, I don't think he is.
Just hard enough to make him try using this stuff up, so he's got something at the end for him?
I'm not so certain that the 99 has anything for the 21 right now. Realistically, the only chance that the 99 had by being the car that pit first, again, this goes back to the damage aspect. If the 99 had damage, even if it's only 1 second, but he takes that 1 second of damage on pit road, that 1 second gap that I was talking about that you get with the fresh tires, he wouldn't have gotten that. And it didn't seem as though he got a big gap on pit road, right? So now he comes out here, he's got the older tires, only 1 lap, so they will level out eventually. The only option the 99 really has is to ride behind the 21 and not use his stuff, right? But the problem is, when you're at a looser track like Iowa, you're already burning your right rear and the car is loosening up. Well, when you're following somebody and having a lift according to their points, your car gets looser because of the draft, and it starts burning your right rear. So if I'm the 99, I'd almost push the issue right now and try to burn that right front to try to save my stuff for later on. It sounds so silly. Use my stuff up to save it for later, but really that's what I'd be doing if I'm the 99, is burning up that right front and try to save my right rear the best as I can so I can push the issue later on without getting overly loose. Out there on YouTube, Paw Bear, hey guys, how you making out? Good to see some racing. I was going crazy. Listen, we all have been. It was crazy couple weeks. You had the All-Star week for Cobra, as well as we've been in our downtime for GC Racing, but GC Sports is coming back this coming Sunday, and you have the Cup Series here tonight coming on after this race, so stay tuned for sure. But yeah, everybody's kind of been going crazy here on this broadcast network, but great action I'm seeing right here on this track right now. Butters, over to you.
Yeah, you know, like, you know, when Mike G got around, you know, Drunk Fest, you know, he caught him pretty quick, but you know what? He really hasn't put much of a gap back, you know, on him since he got around him. You know, 99 is riding there right with him. So, like I said, I don't know if it's a little bit. I feel, you know, maybe not. Is, you know, Drunk Fest playing a little possum here? I'm not sure, but I figured as fast as that the 21 caught him and got around him, that he would be putting a little bit more of a gap on him after he got around him. It doesn't seem to be that way right now. He's just racing right with him, number 21.
Yeah, I think it's really good action we're seeing going on from these leaders. You know, like I said, I think the 21 has the car to beat right now. But I mean, this 99's doing well, and if he saves his stuff right, he has just as good of a shot at making it at the end as anybody. So, good racing so far by these guys.
Yeah, and as they come up on the lap trap again, now you have number 60 and Nick Jackson there, just in front of these two guys. So, it'll be interesting to see how they navigate around the lap car here. So it looks like the number 60, Nick Jackson, yeah, he's moved up, pretty much letting these guys get on by him. So good move there by the number 60. No harm, no foul. Let him go and let them finish it out. As you see, the number 99 is down underneath the 21 right now.
Yeah, good side-by-side action. We should be coming to about 12 to go, if not less. Inlay supporters giving you a holler here. All right, both our inner supporters got mute.
Peter's taking the 13 to go this lap.
Oh man, I was so close. I said 12. It's been a while since I've asked. Man, I was close.
My bad, I had my mic on.
No, you're good. You're good. With the some of the words that I've been hearing coming out of y'all's mouth, I'm kind of glad that y'all muted up for just a second.
Hey, can't blame these guys. Heat of the battle. Kudos to these guys. They're out there racing in the heat of the battle. They got they're doing a better job than I ever could do being in
Listen, I got to tell you, that's where I always say it's one of those. It's kind of the job of the broadcaster, right? Luckily for our sake, I knew what they were saying in the background, and I'm sure you can hear it discreetly in the background what was said. But if the broadcaster's doing their job, there's not much downtime. You're kind of talking over it while the in-race reporter's saying something, but they kind of catch themselves as they're saying it and quiet themselves down, right? So you can kind of almost mute it out by being the one talking over it. So
yeah, I appreciate you there, Tyler.
yeah, you know, listen. If I can't drive a car very good, at least I'm good at talking. So here I am broadcasting the Cobra Racing Xfinity Series. Scrolling through the field.
Struggle. That's where I would struggle being an IRR, because you guys all know me when I do race. I preach about being patient. I need to learn to practice what I preach when I race, because I'm about one of the first guys to start throwing F-bombs and stuff out there.
Listen, you're the CEO. You can do whatever you want, right? No, you can't, right? But that's what I tell everybody is I get to do whatever I want.
Kudos to these guys, because if I was doing that and something would happen, I mean, I'd have. Oh, we got the number 10, a bad guy just spun out.
Oh, that's bad guy.
I don't know what exactly happened.
Warpig gets into the 99. These guys are side by side. 20's going a lap down, then 20 goes in a little deep, gets up into the 99. Now we have about a 2-car length gap between the race leaders. We should be under 10 laps to go here. I believe that was 9 to go. Tiller's right in front of them, so whatever number he sees, we're about a lap less than that, as the leaders are directly behind him. So our in-race reporter is going to get some good eye vision of this battle to the checkered flag. Mike G holding off the 99 at Drunk Fest right now. But now, if you are the 99, you almost have to drive the ever-living you know what out of that car, trying to catch back up to the 21 after that slight contact with the 20 car.
Yeah, that was just an unfortunate.
What?
That was unfortunate for that 99.
What'd you say, Taylor?
7 to go.
For you or for the leaders?
For them.
Okay, so they're coming to 6 to go this time by. Battle is intensifying. We're going to have lap traffic. We got a Travis Tyson moment coming to as we get ready to 5 to go. We're going to have a lap car right next to the race leader. In case somebody doesn't know, Travis Tyson moment in GC Sports, every race ever, when we come to 5 to go in the race, he's going a lap down, always right next to leaders as the race is winding down. So that's why I call that the Travis Tyson moment. But looks like Mike G going to the inside of the 98 at Tiller right now. The 99 still right there in tow. He's closing the gap. They're coming to 5 to go. Tiller making it hard. 21 not going to be able to hold his line. 99 is right there. We're talking that's a 1/10 of a second gap between the 21 and the 99. 5 laps remain for our race leader Mike G, as he has points leader Drunk Fest sitting right behind him. Oh, Mike G gets loose on exit 99 at Drunk Fest. He's going to go to the outside as they go into turns 3 and 4. Fire Slayer, glad you could wake up and say good evening to everyone. As we're down to less than 5 to go here, 4 laps remain now. Mike G was able to hold off the run by the 99 at Drunk Fest. Drunk Fest is not done yet, though. And Tiller, we talked about draft. this could be huge. Taylor is not like right there pushing someone, but that little bit of draft, if the 99 stuck his nose out somewhere and Taylor's able to stay close enough, he could help one of these guys decide. But you have up front right now, you have a Chevy and a Toyota, followed by a lap down Ford out here as we take 3 laps to go for Mike G in that number 21 Hot Stream Pepper Camaro.
Boys, I've never had so much fun going a lap down.
I mean, that was fun on our end, right? Like that was excitement.
That was great action, yeah.
It was exciting on this end too, trying to stay out of those guys' way. And
yeah, I don't try to stay out of their way. I just use them up equally, right? Not just one. You use up both of them equally, and it makes it fair. That should be 3 laps to go now, or 2 maybe.
2.
2 laps to go. Mike G, race leader, Drunk Fest, outside the checkered flag area. He really needs to push the issue here. They're coming to the white flag as they go into turns 3 and 4. Drunk Fest running a little bit higher of a lane. I think it cost him. I think he just lost about a car length. He just fell to about 0.2 of a second behind the 21 of Mike G. As they go into turns 1 and 2 on your final lap, the white flag is out. Next flag will end the race. Mike G is your race leader. Keep in mind, this race has been caution-free. 21 on the exit of turn number 4. He will be your race winner at Iowa. Mike G comes home victorious, and I don't even think he has to qualify into a cup race, right? So this just took the opportunity of somebody that had to qualify their way in. There is no lock anymore. Mike G is your race winner. Mike G 2338. Gonna try to get him in here. Per usual, after an Xfinity race, we tend to only do the race winner simply because time crunch. I got to get the qualifying lobby set up, as well as then I got to race myself. So
Yeah, I just want to say good job at 21 and 99. I mean, excellent battle, like basically the whole race. I mean, they, you know, you don't want to count out that number 36 of Awesome. You know, he had a strong car for 2/3 of the race, but this was definitely the 21.99 show here. This last stage.
Yep. Sorry, that was funny for me. Yep. I used to do that with Puddin all the time. Whenever I'd be in a broadcast with Puddin, I'd go. Everything he'd say, I'd go, yep. He hated it. All right, waiting on the Mike G to get in here. In case you're wondering, that stands for Michael Greathouse. Fast lap goes to somebody just left the lobby, but Chase Beatty? What?
Yeah, this is the fastest.
Yeah, listen, whoever left the lobby's got to be the car that was fastest, because never ever in my life would I expect to see a Chase Beatty as the fast guy. Love you, Chase.
He was booking it on that high side.
That was said with love, right? Like, I mean, I like the guy. I just fast.
But
Chase Beatty.
But I know it's Chase Beatty, right?
Right, like it's not what you expect ever to say.
Right,
Oh yeah, he was quick. Oh, okay.
Oh, he'll for sure let us know that he did have turned the fastest lap. I guarantee it.
Out there, Monster Racing said that was a good race with Awesome. Listen, you're not wrong. We kept tuning in, watching you guys. We were trying to watch the leaders, trying to watch you guys. We scrolled through a lot. Not gonna lie, for the most part, it was on the race leaders, right? But I mean, you kind of got to do that simply because of the fact of I mean, the race is on the line there. I don't think Mike's going to be joining this chat party. I say that because he just started the Cup Series chat party, so not sure why he's doing that. He didn't race for me, and he started the Venom chat party. But no, either way, good race by all. Butters, I'm going to send it down. Actually, no, I'm not. Brink, you still in here? Nope. Tiller, you're an in-race reporter. You've seen the action on track. Overall, I thought there was a few incidents where people were getting a little loose. Sometimes people get tied on exit, you know, because you got on the gas a little bit sooner. But overall, I thought that the racing was really good and really clean. I thought the guys gave each other a lot of respect. On restarts, we've seen a little bit of contact, but that's to be expected anywhere. Even if there's only 3 cars, somebody's going to hit somebody on a restart.
Yeah, absolutely. It was a pretty clean race tonight, that's for sure.
All right, man of a million words there, apparently.
I mean, I know normally we just do the first place car, but I did see Drunkfest did enter. We could just take a couple minutes since he did join us here.
Drunkfest, you got a copy? Drunkfest? I don't think he joined. I think he started another chat.
Did he start a party? Oh, okay, my bad.
That's what Mike G did too, right? Like it said, he started another party. So
these guys must be just chomping at the bit to get going here at Martinsville.
Yeah, I'm not. I'm glad they are.
Yeah.
Butters, I'm gonna send it over to you as CEO of the Cobra Racing League. Right? You gotta be happy with what you just seen. That was really good racing.
Yeah, I mean, overall, I couldn't ask for anything more. I mean, super excited. Like I said, first race of our playoffs here in season 2, and we had our first place car guys in the points chase. Also finished in 1-2 or in the first top 2 in the race. So, yeah, I mean, overall, very pleased. Super excited for these guys. This is going to set the foundation for the rest of the playoffs for these guys to be. I believe it's going to be a tight battle here. These next 3 races here, just to get up to be one of those top 4 guys going into that last race at Charlotte.
Yeah, I'd like to disagree with you, but I can't. I agree 100%. It's going to be a really good heated action here in the Xfinity Series. The Cup Series coming up next, guys. Tune in to the viewers at home. I might hop in for a few minutes. Not going to do an in-race report, right? Because that would be horrible. I'm horrible at Martinsville, but definitely tune in, guys. Cobra Racing League. They're coming up live here in. You're talking 20, 25 minutes, and they'll be racing. So tune in, guys. It's going to mean a lot to these guys. And well, I get to be on track. So with that said, guys, thanks to the viewers at home. For your CEO of GC Broadcast Network, that's me, Aquatati. CEO of Cobra Racing, that's Butters. That was your broadcast team here for the Cobra Xfinity Series. Thanks for tuning in, and we'll see you here shortly.